Spain hasn't lost a match in over 3 years, 37 games unbeaten. They've outscored opponents 13-1 this tournament with 6 clean sheets along the way. Bookmakers have them as clear favorites for Sunday's final, sitting comfortably above 50% to win it. On paper, this final is basically decided before kickoff, and yet, ask anyone who's actually watched Argentina all tournament and they'll tell you something different. Don't trust the paper. Here's how it actually works. Let's start with what favorite actually means. When a bookmaker prices Spain at around -170, that's not a prediction. It's a probability, dressed up as a number. It's telling you, if this final were played 100 times, Spain wins somewhere around 58 of them. Not Spain wins, just more often than not. That distinction matters more than people think. Flip a coin loaded 58 to 42, and yes, one side comes up more often, but loaded coins still land on the other side. Every single time someone forgets that, because probability isn't destiny. It's just the shape of the odds. Somebody wins the other 42 times, and nobody tells you in advance which time you're watching. Now here's the why. Spain's numbers are genuinely elite. 13 goals scored, 1 conceded, 6 clean sheets. Elite ball control, patient buildup, defenders who barely get tested because the other team never touches the ball long enough to test them. It's chess. Patient, suffocating chess, played at walking pace until the opponent cracks. That's not hype. That's a team playing a controlled, low-risk version of football, and it's been almost unbeatable doing it. Argentina's numbers look messier. 19 goals scored, but 7 conceded. More than double Spain's total. They've needed penalties to survive one knockout match. They've trailed in games they eventually won. On a spreadsheet, that reads like a flaw. A team that can't defend. A team living dangerously. But spreadsheets don't measure nerve. And that's the piece the raw numbers miss completely. Here's the escalation, and it's the same story you already half remember. Argentina, 1 goal down against England in the semifinal with barely 5 minutes left on the clock. Dead on paper. Then Enzo Fernandez finds one from distance the goalkeeper never sees coming. 4 minutes later, Messi, who hadn't scored himself in either knockout match, slides the ball through for Lautaro Martinez to finish it. Final score, 2-1. Argentina, again, from the brink. That's not a fluke. That's the 3rd time this tournament Argentina has been staring at elimination and simply refused to leave. You can't put refuses to leave into a goal difference column, but it shows up match after match at exactly the moment it matters most. So here's the twist most previews are missing. Messi hasn't scored a single goal in either knockout match. 3 assists instead. He's not winning games by beating people anymore. He's winning them by making the pass that beats people, one move ahead of a defense that's already spent all its attention watching him. That's a different kind of dangerous, and it's much harder for a stat sheet to flag in advance. Spain do have their own wild card, mind you. Lamine Yamal, still a teenager, has looked terrifyingly composed all tournament, the kind of talent that doesn't read the script either. Add to that Argentina's disruption, 2nd most fouls committed in the tournament, breaking up rhythm before Spain's patient buildup ever gets going. And you've got a team that isn't trying to outpossess Spain. It's trying to make the game uncomfortable enough that possession stops mattering. Which brings us to Sunday. Spain against Argentina at MetLife Stadium for the trophy. Spain chasing a first title since 2010. Argentina chasing something no team has done since Brazil in 1962, winning the World Cup back-to-back. The head-to-head history is close, 6 wins apiece across 15 meetings, with 2 draws, and the 2 sides haven't even played each other since 2018. This was actually supposed to happen already. A finalissima between the two was scheduled for last year, before it got shelved entirely amid the wider conflict involving Iran, the venue meant to host it. Football, it turns out, waited for the World Cup to finish the job, so even the historical tiebreaker doesn't tell you much. Whether you like clean numbers or messy drama, this final was always going to come down to something a spreadsheet can't fully price in. So, put it all together. Spain's stats say control, efficiency, inevitability. Argentina's stats say chaos, risk, vulnerability. Bookmakers read those numbers and land on Spain, and honestly, they're not wrong too. But a bookmaker's number is an average across 100 imaginary matches, not a guarantee for the one match that's actually going to happen. Argentina's real edge isn't in a column you can measure before kickoff. It's the pattern they keep repeating live, under maximum pressure when everyone else assumes it's over. Numbers don't lie. They just don't tell you the whole story. And in a final like this, the whole story is usually the part nobody saw coming. The game didn't change. You did. You're welcome. Subscribe if you like this. It really means a lot.